Hundreds turned up in silence, no speeches, no slogans, just grief. In the final days of 2025, one of Singapore's most controversial and well-known human rights lawyers was sent off not with headlines, but with heavy hearts. On the morning of the 26th of December, mourners gathered at the housing block where M Ravi had lived. Friends, supporters, family members, and even strangers stood shoulder to shoulder. Some had known him personally. Others only knew his work, his cases, his voice in court, and his constant presence in the public eye. There were no grand speeches, no political statements, just a quiet procession that reflected the weight of his life and legacy. Ravi's coffin was brought down slowly, accompanied by traditional drums. Above his portrait, a Singapore flag was displayed, a powerful symbol for a man who spent much of his career challenging the system he lived under. From the block, the funeral procession moved on to Mandai Crematorium. Along the way, the mood remained solemn. A light drizzle fell as mourners followed, some holding flowers, others deep in thought. At the crematorium, attendees placed rice, garlands, and flowers into the coffin. It was a final, deeply personal goodbye. The family chose to keep the farewell private. There were no eulogies, no microphones, no media statements. Just a moment for those closest to Ravi to remember him on their own terms. This quiet farewell stood in sharp contrast to the noise surrounding his final days. Ravi was found unresponsive on the 24th of December at a flat in Upper Boon Keng Road. Police later said a man who was with him has been charged with drug-related offences. But at the funeral, friends and relatives pushed back strongly against claims that Ravi had taken drugs. They urged the public to stop speculating and to wait for facts. What was also noticeable was what did not happen. There was no coverage by state media of the funeral itself. While reports focused on investigations and allegations, the final journey of the man drew little official attention. Yet for those who turned up, this was not about controversy. It was about a lawyer who fought high-profile cases, defended unpopular clients, and paid a heavy personal price over the years. To them, Ravi was not defined by his last headlines, but by decades of legal battles and public struggles. As the coffin disappeared into the cremation chamber, many lingered. Some cried. Some stayed silent. Others simply watched, as if trying to hold on to a moment that felt unresolved. In the end, this farewell raised a quiet but powerful question for all of us. How should a society remember those who challenge it, especially when their lives end in controversy? If you value in-depth reporting and stories that go beyond the headlines, remember to like, share, and subscribe to 2230.